For almost 2 months, K-pop Demon Hunters ruled the charts. Its anthem Golden soared to the top of the Billboard Hot 100, and for a soundtrack song from an animated film to hit number 1, that was history in the making. But beyond that, at its peak, 4 songs from the soundtrack were in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100. But now, the crown has changed hands. Because when Taylor Swift steps onto the stage, even the queens of K-pop cannot compete with the queen. Let's rewind for a second. When Golden first dropped, few expected it to explode the way it did. But thanks to EJAE's haunting vocals and the emotional storytelling behind the movie, the track resonated far beyond the K-pop sphere. The movie became a sensation, Netflix's most viewed movie ever. And with each new viewer of the film, it brought more exposure to the songs. And for those who first heard the songs, they were drawn in to watch the film. TikTok edits, fan covers, even live performances at major events from K-pop idols fueled the obsession. Golden has become an anthem not just for little girls, but all those who have struggled and needed an uplifting chorus to get through the day. It stayed at number 1 for 8 consecutive weeks. For a moment, K-pop Demon Hunters dominated the charts. Then Taylor Swift casually dropped her new album. The Life of a Showgirl arrived on October 3rd. Her lead single, The Fate of Ophelia, debuted straight at number 1. In fact, she took over the first 12 songs, setting Golden to number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100, ending Golden's 8-week run at the top. And just like that, the era of K-pop Demon Hunters was over. This really just shows the global dominance of Taylor Swift. It's not the first time she's dropped an album and immediately took over the top 10 spots. In fact, it's happened 3 times already. As for the number 1s on the Hot 100, Taylor has had 13 in her career. Even though Taylor had already given us unforgettable songs like You Belong With Me and Love Story, both massive hits that climbed near the very top, she didn't actually reach number 1 until We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. This was the moment everything changed. The lead single from her Red album exploded right out of the gate, jumping from number 72 all the way to number 1 in just its second week, and holding that spot for 3 straight weeks. It marked the beginning of Taylor's reign on the Billboard Hot 100. Shake It Off kicked off Taylor's 1989 era with a bang. It wasn't just another hit, it was her first song to debut straight at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The track owned that top spot for 4 weeks, setting the tone for one of the most iconic pop eras of her career.
But I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Blank Space, the second single off 1989, started strong, debuting at number 18 on the Hot 100. But just a few weeks later, it rocketed all the way up to number 1, knocking out her own song Shake It Off. That moment made Taylor the first woman in history to replace herself at the top of the chart. Blank Space didn't stop there either. It went on to dominate for 7 straight weeks, cementing itself as one of her most iconic hits ever.
So take a look what you've done, 'cause baby now we got better.
On May 17th, 2015, Taylor dropped Bad Blood Remix featuring Kendrick Lamar, the 4th single from 1989. After the star-studded music video premiered at the Billboard Music Awards, it exploded in popularity, breaking Vevo's 24-hour view record and skyrocketing from number 53 all the way to number 1 on the Hot 100.
I don't like your little game.
Even though Look What You Made Me Do sparked mixed reactions when it first dropped, it didn't slow Taylor down one bit. The lead single from Reputation shot straight to number 1 after its first full week, breaking the record for the most streams in a week by a female artist. And in a classic Taylor fashion, the music video shattered another record, 43.2 million views in just 24 hours. The song held its ground at the top for 3 weeks, kicking off another one of her boldest eras yet.
But I knew you, playing hide and seek and giving me a weekend's eye.
Taylor surprised the world when she announced her 8th album, Folklore, just 1 day before it dropped. Alongside the album came Cardigan, a dreamy, emotional track released with an equally whimsical music video. When Folklore debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and Cardigan opened at number 1 on the Hot 100, Taylor made history yet again, becoming the first artist ever to debut at the top of both charts in the same week.
The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow.
Just 5 months after Folklore, Taylor pulled off another surprise, dropping her 9th album, Evermore, out of nowhere along with its lead single Willow. And just like before, history repeated itself. Evermore debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, while Willow opened at number 1 on the Hot 100, proving that even in back-to-back surprise releases, Taylor's magic never misses.
Wind in my hair, I was there, I remember it all too well.
Red was Taylor's second re-recorded album, and this time she gave fans exactly what they'd been waiting for. The legendary All Too Well, the 10-minute version. She released it with a beautifully crafted short film she directed herself, sparkling endless fan theories about who the song was really about. The track debuted at number 1 on the Hot 100, making history as the longest song ever to top the chart, breaking the record previously held by Don McLean's American Pie.
It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
Anti-Hero dropped as the lead single from Taylor's 10th album, Midnights, and it didn't take long to make history. The song quickly became her biggest hit yet, reigning at number 1 on the Hot 100 for 8 weeks, surpassing Blank Space as her longest-running chart topper. In that same week, Taylor achieved something no one else has ever done. She occupied the entire top 10 of the Hot 100 with Anti-Hero at number 1.
And it's new, the shape of your body, it's blue. The feeling I got in it, ooh, it's cruel summer.
Cruel Summer originally appeared as the second track on Taylor's 2019 album, Lover. Even though fans loved it from the start, it wasn't promoted as a single and only debuted at number 29 on the Hot 100. Fast forward 4 years later, and Taylor turned Cruel Summer into a full-blown spectacle on her Eras tour. Streams surged and the song dominated Billboard's pop airplay chart for 2 months, and it was officially sent to the pop radio in June 2023. With the release of the Cruelest Summer EP, featuring a live version and a remix by LP Giobbi, the track finally hit number 1 on the Hot 100, giving Taylor her 10th chart topper. It later returned to the top, spending a total of 4 weeks at number 1.
Baby, was it over then? And is it over now?
Is It Over Now came out as the final vault track on 1989, Taylor's re-recording of her iconic 5th album. Even though it wasn't originally planned as a single, fan excitement was so intense that her team sent it to a pop radio. The result, Is It Over Now debuted at number 1 on the Hot 100, knocking Cruel Summer off the top. With this, Taylor became the only woman in history to replace herself at number 1 for the second time.
I love you, it's ruining my life. I love you, it's ruining my life.
Fortnight, a duet with Post Malone, dropped as the lead single from the Tortured Poet Department. The track debuted at number 1 on the Hot 100, while the album Poets simultaneously opened at number 1 on the Billboard 200. For the second time in her career, Taylor claimed the entire top 10 on the Hot 100, and she didn't stop there. Top 14 spots were filled with tracks from Poets, and from Down Bad at number 2 to The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived at number 14. Fortnight even returned to number 1 for a second consecutive week, proving Taylor's unmatched dominance on the charts. The Fate of Ophelia dropped as the lead single from The Life of a Showgirl, Taylor's Shakespeare-inspired pop masterpiece. The song debuted at number 1 on the Hot 100, while the album Showgirl simultaneously opened at number 1 on the Billboard 200, breaking the record for the biggest sales week ever. But Taylor didn't stop there. All 12 tracks from Showgirl debuted within the Hot 100's top 12, making her the first and only artist to claim the top 10 on 3 separate occasions. With this achievement, she's now tied with Michael Jackson and Drake for the 5th most number 1 hits in history. So here's the takeaway. K-Pop Demon Hunters had a historical, unforgettable run. Golden and the soundtrack left their mark, resonating with fans across the globe. But Taylor Swift, she's on a whole different level. Now, her latest album has had mixed reviews, so we'll see if it has the staying power. Perhaps Golden will be creeping back up for the weeks to come. And EJAE is about to drop her debut single on October 24th, so we'll see how much hype will be generated from that. Now, I don't think we can compare EJAE to the global powerhouse in fandom from the Swifties, but EJAE and K-Pop Demon Hunters has already surprised us many times. What do you think? Is the run over for Huntrix, or will it bounce back over the next few weeks? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and hype. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.